Here, right, we have the Super Easy A, the second ever physical one for these guys, and it's full power Freezer, brilliant. So that brings us up the total to like, what is it, like six now? Six Super Easy A's. So they're really getting on with these. Obviously the older ones first. So came out with two other Sub Easy A's. This technically is a Sub Easy A as well. I don't know. There's like two. Actually, there's like a stone associated with it, but just medals. Right. So Namek Saga is how you have to do it. Remember, Super Easy A's. You got to Easy A the unit. You got to complete it at level 30. When you've done that, then you can switch to Super and start from here. It starts off at about level 30 in power, so don't worry, because if it was other way around, if it was whatever power it was, I'd be stuffed at level 500. So, yeah, the real caveat to Planet Namek Saga weakness is already easy aid units have the advantage. Do not bring in non-capable, non-easy aid units, because they will get clapped. But so like the new Super Saiyan, well, I say new, the recent Easy A Super Saiyan Goku from the Namek Saga is absolute clutch on this. But hey, here we go. So this unit came out 2016, one of the oldest units. Ouch. Had an Easy A 2018. This is like the third or fourth ever Easy A, and now we're here. You can kind of see the evolution of what this was. I mean, like what, 120% on super attack, 30% defense as the first attacker was really all we got, and we did also have a bit of defense. So great, Super Easy A, holy moly! Right, so 3 key 150%, brilliant. I like it. Now, Super Easy A's, they don't change on stats. It's only the existing Easy A. The only thing that changes is the passive. Leader and super attack effect is irrelevant. It's just the passive. So, it's terrible. This and this is terrible. But it is an 8-year-old unit. In fact, it's a 6-year-old unit realistically, because, again, when it came out. So, had they've had the Easy A now, they'd be looking pretty crazy, but no. So we can forgive them. Since it is an extremely old unit, most people do have like 17, probably have 100%, right? In this case, we're looking like this. Defense at this point is pretty solid, actually, at 100. Even at 90% is actually pretty good. But again, we'll forgive him. But 3 key 150%. That seems a bit skewiff, because the Goku got 200% 3 key, so we'll see. 300% attack and 150% on super attack. Your super attack effect, remember, maintains the same, but we do get defense for 30% for several turns. So I like it, right? It's good. That compensates for the lack, so you get most of it back there. Why not? Reduce damage by 50%. Okay. And from the 5th turn, you lose 10%. Okay, no more than 30. So you keep the 20. But I like this because you have 50% for 5 turns from when you pop in. That's nice. 5 full rotations. Then you start to lose it. 20% damage reductions. Okay, it's nice to have. 150% defense alone and a further damage reduction as the first attacker in a turn. I want to know if that actually applies in slot 1 or on attack. Because if it's as in slot 1, then you'll permanently have that, which means you'll have 80% damage reduction just by being in slot 1, which would make him really powerful, actually really super useful. But if it's on attack, that's not as great. So 150% to stats on super attack as the second or third attacker. Actually, that's pretty gnarly, because you're getting this, and this is going to put 150 off the new bonus. That's actually pretty strong. Wow. Guaranteed super attack additional If 50 is, wow, you guarantee that is bonkers. That this Goku that came out alongside him, that is, this guy's got nothing on Freeza. If 50% HP or less when attacking, guaranteed crit against superclass enemies, and super effective when attacking extreme class. Damn, that's actually really good. 12 kit, wow, 12 auto super and bonus attack against a pure Saiyan enemy. Seriously, this is no joke. Wow. 0 to hero. Seriously, you look at this, and then you got this. This is interesting. As I say, you can build up a bit of defense. He has big bad bosses. Wow. By now, yes, for me, I'm sitting on this tree here because he's an old as hell unit. But still, this. Wow, actually, he's got Goku beat by a long shot. Goku massively raises attack. So yes, this guy does immense damage. The Goku, while he massively raises attack, he does supreme damage, which is just not enough. This, wow. Because like, this is nice. This will make you hit crazy hard. This will make you hit crazy hard. The fact that you can have a guaranteed additional super attack just by having more than 50% health. If you're under, you can have guaranteed crits or super effective against a pure Saiyans, which is highly likely. He's gonna carry. What I can find this useful for in these teams is we're talking like the Fighting Legend Goku, and we're talking Fighting Legend GT, and then the Vegeta. That is a pure Saiyans. So in which case, transformation boost missions, full power missions, wicked bloodline missions. In fact, I think all of these are relevant missions, and he is going to crush, which is going to be nice. Yes, by then you'll have lost 30%. You'll have lost a chunk of this. You'll still have 20% damage reduction, and you'd still have an additional 30 if it applies a slot 1. Because if it does, dude, just better, like having the 50% damage reduction just by being in slot 1 with this, that's seriously, as long as it applies when you're in slot 1, not when you're attacking in slot 1, dude's got serious value. Because at that point, you can actually put him on some really difficult content, and it's literally going to, like, who would be this guy's nemesis? So, I mean, Cell Max would eat this guy up. I say that, but 50% damage reduction, maybe. He might be able to chew this guy up, probably would, because these stats don't add up that much. Beast Gohan, he's type neutral. He's pretty powerful. He can hit hard. I'm willing to bet normals ain't a problem for this guy. I can imagine that this guy, because like, for example, you could pop the second or third attacker, get this massive bonus, and I suspect Beast Gohan can't touch you with normals. I suspect most bosses can't touch you with normals. It's literally going to take Miraculous Battle Event like Kaioken Goku, who is type disadvantage on a super attack just to take you out. It's going to take that. Not that you can use and abuse this guy, but you can definitely, he has a lot of value on a lot of, I mean, like, he has big bad bosses, which is just a huge buff because it's 25% extra. Tagging in with these attack links and their other key links with some other top tier units, we're talking like this guy still is a legitimate tank. Transforming Freeza can be of use. This guy is reasonable. Namek Saga Freeza is reasonable. Like Easy A Cooler, very solid. Yeah, in fact these three are very, very solid. What I can see a lot of help on Planet Namek Saga, obviously. Terrifying Conquerors, Inhuman Deeds. In fact, all of the green, Space Travelling, Wicked Bloodline, Sworn Enemies, that could be a good one. with big bad bosses and all these key links and attack links, he's good. There's just no doubt he's good. And again, a lot of difficult content does have pure Saiyans in it. So again, it's really, really good. Could we do some of the, could we do Red Zone Broly? Again, normals aren't a problem, but I suspect the super attacks would pose a threat. Depending on how it works out, depending on how you get lucky with the attacks and what items you can bring, he would be able to be fine. It's all about whether the damage reduction can kick in, it's all whether or not you can stack up that defense, and it's all whether or not you can just get away. So something. How would you build this guy? You could go additional purely just because you'd rapidly stack up this, but considering that you're going to have, likely you're going to be having more additional super attacks, additional isn't the way to go, because this will cap out. So you could go crit, because he doesn't realistically have any other means to crit except when under a certain threshold, and then again it's against its extreme class. You could go dodge, because if you're going to put him in slot 1, dodge is not a bad way, because again it's not as if he gets bonus for being hit. So literally pure dodge and a little bit of crit could be a nice complement. We would be talking like at least 15 dodge, but it would be a nice complement if you could make it that way, which is not too bad, because then you'd have a way of covering yourself. You don't rely on it, but it's a chance, and I feel like that would round them out. So there we go. So Planet Namek Saga, recently easy aid units will work, and then this guy can be done. I think the only stone you get is by completing it in under 6.5 minutes. The rest are just relevant medals to get this. I don't think it's got the relevant medals on this. No, fine. But yeah. Anyway, that's it for this video. He's a solid super easy A. Seriously, they go nuts. Yeah, it's a super easy A, so I shouldn't really be comparing him to the Namek Goku, but you know, it does make Namek Goku's recent easy A into question about how cheap they went. Other than that, solid. Anyway, thank you very much for watching, and I will definitely catch you on the next one. Thank you and bye bye.